Hey guys, so Zeus dropped the trailer and teaser for Joseline's Cabaret, California, and the show is premiering this upcoming Sunday, August 3rd. This season, she will be going to Los Angeles, Oakland, San Diego, and Las Vegas. And there is a 50K prize up for grabs again. So let's go over the cast a little bit and some of the arguments, altercations, or just things that I saw that stood out in the trailer. One thing I did notice is that Joseline did a 20 versus 1 a few months ago. It's on YouTube. You guys can look it up. And she basically said that she was going to choose a girl from that 20v1 for the Cabaret. And I do see that this girl was chosen. I'm not sure of her name yet, but this is the face. So she definitely was chosen from that 20v1 that Joseline did a few months ago. But if y'all want to look into her before the show comes out, her Instagram is gbabyactive with a K. I'll write it on the screen here. And three of the other newbies that I've identified are Kanaya, so this is Kanaya, Kiara, this is Kiara, and then Gypsy, who was on Two Ways with Erica Mena first season. On the show, her name was Ratatat, I believe. She made it pretty far into the show. And Erica Mena will be making an appearance on this season of Joseline's Cabaret, just how Joseline made an appearance on the first season of Erica Mena's show. And when she makes that appearance, Rat-Tat-Tat is going to slap Erica Mena. But it looks like when she hits Erica, one of the girls from Joseline's house is going to hit Rat-Tat-Tat, aka Gypsy. But I'm definitely here to see Erica get clocked one time. Okay, so we have a lot of returning cast this time, but I do feel like she chose the right people to bring back for the most part. So T Love is back. I could have went without T Love, but you know, whatever. For those who don't know, T Love got beat up by Tasiki on Bad vs. Wild, and she even got beat up by Wet Wet on her last season of Joseline's Cabaret. Now, Egypt coming back, I am excited about. Egypt was definitely considered like a heavy hitter of Joseline's Cabaret. You know, she hit Daisy one good time and split Daisy's whole face. Daisy Delight, who used to be on Joseline's Cabaret. And I know she was on Papers for some time because she had a case, but I've heard that she's no longer on Papers, so she really could do what she wants this season. So I'm ready to see what she's going to bring. Danny and Andrea are back. I'm not excited for them, but it's not surprising. You know, Andrea was one of the winners last season, so obviously she's going to come back. And Danny came back because Joseline basically told her, I'm not going to pick you to win for season 5, but I'm going to bring you back for season 6 and I'm going to do something special for you. So I knew those two would be returning. Oceans is another one I'm not excited to see back, but she was one of the winners, even though I feel like she only won because she cried and got pity, and she had some connections behind the scenes where somebody else on the team, like the producers, told Joseline to give her $25K. But I do see that her and Joseline have gotten more close because Oceans lives in Fort Lauderdale, which we know is Joseline's hometown. So Joseline hangs out with Oceans more. Like, Oceans is literally currently in jail right now for a robbery, and Joseline is working very hard to get Oceans out. She has her lawyers on the case. So she likes Oceans and she's back. So whatever. Neek was a lot of people's fave from last season, and she was the one that most people felt like definitely deserved to win. So I'm definitely excited to see Neek back. Chinks was one of my early favorites from the last season, along with Lexi Gold. They did have a tired storyline about a PIMP that they shared, so I hope they don't bring that back onto the show, and I hope that they can have their own storylines with other people. But I do think that it's good that they're back, because I saw like a lot in their personalities, but it was like overshadowed by the fact that they kept arguing with each other about some BS from outside of the show that we don't care about, because we really don't care about y'all getting pimped out. But yeah, excited to see what Lexi and Chinks will bring this season. Also excited that Des is back. She was kind of low-key during her season, but then when it came to the reunion, she shocked a lot of us. She whooped some ass, and she had more personality, so I'm excited to see what she's going to bring. And then y'all already know Des and Chinks are New Yorkers, New York City girls, so I'm happy that they're back and getting another opportunity. Erica is back. Envy Erica. Her and Des date. I believe they're still girlfriend and girlfriend. So they'll probably be tag teaming people. But I did like Erica on the last season. She had hands. She grew on me throughout the season. I'll definitely say that. Isis is another person I'm glad to see back. I felt like Isis had hands. She always was giving it to Danny and Andrea, and somebody has to. So I'm glad she's back to do that. And I just feel like her and Joseline clashing is inevitable because they have the same birthday. So I'm waiting to see that unfold as well. Miss Natural is another big Joseline's Cabaret fan fave amongst the community. I think we're all happy to see her return. She's somebody who has definitely gotten into it with Joseline in the past. And Joseline low-key gave me that she really didn't want that with Miss Natural. She was like, get that crazy B out my house. So I'm excited to see her come back. I think she could be like a real leader in the house. She's a good dancer. She's not afraid to check Joseline, and she's not afraid to check the other girls. And I also think that she is like a real person. And then lastly, Hennessy was not shown in the trailer whatsoever, and that's because her and Joseline fell out. I don't believe Hennessy will be returning to the show in the future, but I think that she will be featured in the season. They're just not counting her as a cast member anymore. She definitely was at the Puerto Rican parade with Jocelyn in New York, and that's when everything went left with them. So we'll see if Hennessy ends up being edited out of the season or not, basically. But she definitely was there. And obviously Hennessy should be returning because she's another one of the winners from last season. There was 4 winners, each one got 25K. So Oceans is back, Neek is back, Andrea is back, so Hennessy should be back as well. Okay, and then now I'm just going to quickly go through some of the altercations and things that I noticed in the trailer. So Danny and Andrea will be fighting again. I can't believe that their friendship has come to this, like on this show. It's a mess. And then Danny and Jocelyn will get into an argument. Des will get into an argument with the new girl, Kanaya. Erica will also get into an argument with the new girl, Kanaya. And for those who don't remember, this is Kanaya again. Lexi Gold is going to get into it with Oceans and Andrea. Gypsy will get into it with Erica. Like I told y'all, Rat-Tat-Tat is going to slap Erica. Erica Mena, not Envy Erica. Then we have Neek versus Andrea. We have Hennessy versus Jocelyn and Oceans. It wasn't shown in the trailer, but like I said, at the Puerto Rican parade, Hennessy got into it with Jocelyn and Oceans, and that's when she got fired. So I don't know if it's going to be shown on the show or not, but it was definitely during the time of filming, and I saw that they were filming the parade. We have Chinks versus T-Love, as well as Chinks versus Oceans. We have Neek versus a newbie. I believe it was the Kiara girl I showed you guys. This girl, but I'm not sure because she didn't have on makeup. So it could be another newbie. So don't quote me on that one. We see Isis and Jocelyn get into an argument. Like I told y'all, that's inevitable. Similar personalities. And I just don't think Isis going to fully let Jocelyn disrespect her the same way Natural wasn't going for that. I believe Jocelyn and Natural are the same sign, but I don't think they have the same birthday. Isis and Jocelyn have the same exact birthday. We also have Chinks versus Egypt. We have Oceans versus the 20 versus 1 girl. So this girl, she's going to be fighting Oceans. And we see a heated discussion, or if you want to call it an argument. Neek was very emotional, talking to Jocelyn and basically telling her, you know, if you're going to be my friend, you're going to be my friend. And Jocelyn said, girl, I'm your boss. And y'all know Jocelyn is quick to check these girls and remind them, like, we are not friends first. We might be a boss and an employee and friends, but I'm always your boss first. I'm your friend second. And sometimes I'm not even your friend. I'm just your boss. And I honestly feel like Neek should know better than that, because in my opinion, from season 5, you could tell that Jocelyn didn't really like Neek's personality. I didn't think she liked Neek's attitude or just even her confidence, but she knew that Neek was a good dancer and she would look like a hater if she didn't like keep her around, in my opinion. But you could literally always tell she didn't like Neek. Like towards the end of the season 5, she dragged Neek and Rose in front of the girls, and Rose ended up crashing out and crying, but Neek was unaffected by it. And when I did the review, I said that's because Neek is used to Jocelyn just picking with her at this point, and she don't really let it faze her no more. But clearly it's going to be getting to her during this season, so we'll see how that goes. We also see Lexi and Andrea having crying scenes or some sort of emotional breakdown. We didn't really get any detail about it. We see Danny versus Isis. We see Natural versus T-Love. And we see Neek versus Danny. So that's all I was able to gather. And I will be reviewing the show. So I'll see y'all sometime next week for Joseline's Cabaret California episode 1 review.